Hello. Glad you're here, Casey. I literally hit the button to go live and I was like, nobody's here. And then right before I went live, I saw your name. Thanks for coming, Casey. I am going to live a little bit earlier than normal. So maybe that's why people aren't here. Plus, I didn't have time to share it on as many Facebook groups as I normally do. Casey, tell me how your classes went and what you taught this morning. So if you're already in the group chat with me, you already know this, but I had 8 classes booked and only 5 showed up. And they were not trials, they were regular MC. So I had 3 classes I didn't get paid for. No, 3 classes I didn't teach that I did get paid for. So nice, easy morning for full pay. And I opened 8. So all that I opened booked. I don't know where people were in China today, but hey, I'll take it. Free money is nice. I do not have any Outschool classes today. Yes, it is nice, Casey. And hello, it says I have 2 people watching. The other person that's here, say hello. Casey had 3 and all classes were great. Good. So I have a job interview later today, which if you have time to hang around at the end when we do chit chat, I'll tell you a little more about that. And that's one of the reasons I went on a little earlier today. I need to finish filling out the application for that before my interview later today. So I have Vipkid, GOGOKID, and I have the last 2 emails from Outschool. Sometimes Casey will do the emails on her channel on Saturdays. And if she does, I don't normally repeat it on my channel, but she hasn't done the last 2 emails. So I'm doing them. Yes, I will tell you about that at the end. Okay, let me start with Vipkid. From Summerfest meetups to discounts in both the official store and the token center, we're in full-blown summer celebration mode. Come out to today's update and you're missing out. So they're having a sale at the Vipkid store. Hello, Lisa. Tons of IT issues with my students. Oh no, I hope you don't get a teacher IT. That's not good. Okay, so it's the week of the dog dino. If you've had your eye on the dog dino doll, now it's time to get it. The limited time edition is 20% off from the 13th, that's today, till the 19th. So I did look at the Vipkid store. The dino dog is $23, so it's normally $25. I'll have to say that I got dog dino on the Black Friday sale and it was only $10. So if you don't mind waiting a few months, they usually have better deals for Black Friday. I did buy Panda Dino a few weeks ago. If you didn't see my live stream last week for 23, but I've been wanting Panda Dino forever. And I think the regular Dino doll was like 18 or 20. So that's less than it normally is too. Lisa, it was their connection. The poor connection message appeared a lot. Oh, it's frustrating. Even if it's not you, you still hate that because then that means the student didn't get a good experience, even if it's not your fault, if it's theirs. And sometimes in their mind, they blame you, even if it's not your fault and might not book you. So that's frustrating. Sorry, Lisa, that happened. Items in the token center up to 25% off. I didn't look in the token center. I just looked on the official store. Spend your hard-earned tokens on these discounted items. If you don't want to take advantage of the sale, we have another option for you. Each week in the summer, different items in the token center will be heavily discounted. I'll have to look at that. Has anyone looked at the token center? This week, you can pick yourself up a Mona Dino cushion or a dino blanket for 20% off, or pig dino doll for 25% off. Got my pig dino also at a Black Friday sale. I'm telling you, the Black Fridays, you can get them more like between 10 and 15. Casey won the Panda Dino my first month at Vipkid. Oh, I love pandas. Plus, pandas you associate with China. So I just wanted the panda forever. I would have loved to have won one. I have dog, pig, Santa. I've not gotten the Santa, as you could tell. I have the dog. The graduation dino was also, I think, a Black Friday sale. course, I have regular dino, pig dino, panda dino, and a regular panda behind panda dino. Okay. Teacher voice, flaunt your drawing skills and win big. Submit a drawing of your student. Our office could use a little sprucing up this summer and we want your help. Our teacher voice team is collecting works of art from our teacher community that depict their students. Click here to submit a drawing of your student. Our VIP Kid staff will vote on our favorites, and our top teacher from the most votes will receive a $50 Amazon gift card. One additional $50 Amazon gift card will be raffled. Is anyone going to do this? I'm not going to do it because I can't draw. Let me know if you're going to do this. Our friend Jerry, I don't think she's here today, but she likes to draw. Maybe she'll do this. The deadline for submissions is July 26th at night. And I'm going to read your comments after I finish the VIP Kid Weekly Report. Okay, all about phonics. Check out our latest blog post. We know that phonics is an important part of learning English, but did you know there are 4 different types? This week on the blog, we're taking a deep dive into the 4 types, plus learn about which methods are most effective. Has anyone read this? I didn't read the blog post before coming to you because I did have such a short turnaround time after classes and getting on here, but I'm going to read that. Casey's walking the puppy. Well, thanks for listening to me while you're walking the puppy. Oh, and she has the ox. Okay. She can't draw either. Okay. Virtual meetups. Don't miss our Super Host Summerfest. Next week, our superheroes are kicking off the summer fun by hosting events through the week of July 19th. Head to the meetup section of the community events page and look for the Summerfest meetups. There's events happening every day. Plus, here are June sweepstake winner, a bunch of names. Trending topics. Reports of login issues for some teachers. Number 2, what to do if I'm a teacher impacted by Tropical Storm Elsa or severe weather. 3, summer booking trends. Last week, Eric did a video about summer booking trends. I don't know if either of you saw it. Casey, how's the tropical storm affecting you? All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Lisa, it's difficult to do a speaking class when a kid hears every other word. Oh, yeah. I've done one speaking class so far. And if you haven't seen it, check out Casey's channel. She did a whole live stream about it yesterday. Oh, and one thing to know about the speaking class, I need to get the word out to everybody because I don't want it to screw you up. When you do the feedback and you're clicking off how the student did, at the top, it's the opposite of how it normally is. At the top is like the worst, right? Am I mixing it up? Tell me if I'm mixing it up. Anyways, it's the opposite of how the feedback normally is. So like if normally the best is at the top, it's at the bottom instead, or vice versa. Now I'm drawing a blank, which is which, but it can screw you up. I'll admit I'm one of those people that just gives all excellence. It's easier. So you could accidentally give the student all like the bad ones if you just aren't looking. So make sure when you do feedback for the speaking course that you know that it's the opposite of how it normally is. Okay, all right. Oh, Casey lost me. Okay, is it on? Hi, Stephanie. Tell me if it's on my end or Casey's end. I cannot type while walking. Did anybody else lose me? All right. Stephanie, I taught through Elsa. I was sweating the whole time. Oh, wow. How close? You don't have to tell me the exact location, Stephanie, but just give me a general idea of where you live along the storm path. Hi, Lisa. So I went to the beach last week. That's why I didn't give the weekly report. We only had bad weather one night, like the super bad storm, but the whole week the ocean was super rough. So we would just go to the ocean like 30 minutes to an hour and then spend like the 2 more hours at the pool because the water was just so rough. The day after the storm, we didn't even try to go to the beach, just the pool. Oh, Stephanie's on the West Coast. Okay. Okay. GOGOKID, congratulations to the Unidoll winner. Congratulations. Over the last week, GOGOKID teachers have both hosted and attended 2 incredible virtual meetups. Last week, Teacher Lindsay hosted a trivia night. They had pictures of the different meetups. Has anyone been to a meetup with GOGOKID? I don't go to that many meetups between the period. Oh, speaking of meetups, Amy Lou, I interviewed her one time. She has meetups every Friday. She does a game, I would say a game night, a game morning. It's at 10:30. Yeah, 10:30 Eastern. I have an Outschool class that conflicts, and it's the one Outschool class I kept open for the summer because I can't go. But check out her meetup. Our friend Heather, she's a Vipkid teacher, and I actually go to her paid yoga classes. She's having some yoga meetups. Most of them are in the middle of the afternoon next week, like around 1 p.m. I'm on Eastern time. So Stephanie's on the West Coast. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, they have a whole bunch of things about the meetups. Don't miss our next virtual meetup, GOGOKID Moments, on July 19th at 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk about our favorite student moments. All right, 2 workshops are coming up in the next 7 days. They have new teacher landing and creative ways to use classroom tools. Oh, the west side of Florida. Okay, not the West Coast. Okay, Stephanie. Stephanie, are you in, just like Casey, are you in that little bit of Florida that's in the central time zone? There's a very small part of Florida that's in the central time zone. Okay, you know what? Then they just list a bunch of work. That's it for GOGOKID. Boy, not much in either of the weekly reports this week. Danny, hello. Danny is back with Vipkid as of yesterday. All right, she is in again. Stephanie is in Eastern time. And Lisa, I'm doing feedback for speaking and I don't see excellent. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't say excellent, but just read the description. And so the one that means that they did a great job and the one that means they need improvement is like the opposite of how it normally is. So I didn't mean like the word excellent. Yeah. All right. So there's a lot going on at Outschool. The past 2 Outschool emails I'm going to read to you. Giving educators a voice at Outschool. Feedback from educators has always shaped our goals, policies, and product roadmaps at Outschool. One crucial way you've been able to gather this feedback directly, engage with educators as Outschool grows through Educational Advisory Board. Take a look at this blog post to learn how we select rotating groups of educators to fill this role and nominate a fellow teacher. Sounds similar to the Vipkid advisory role, except sounds like they pick people instead of applying. Like at Vipkid, you have to apply. That's interesting. Well, Danny, that's why you're here. Danny says, I haven't been reading the emails. That's why you're here. I'm reading them to you. Inspire learner adventures in great outdoors. We're encouraging the entire Outschool community to get outside or even create your own indoor campsite during the Great Camp Out, July 12th through the 16th. So I guess it started yesterday and it's going all this week. Learners will be able to participate in themed challenges throughout the week, culminating in our virtual camp out on July 17th. As an educator, you can support the learner community by sharing camp-themed tutorial or posting about your own camping adventures in the classroom. All right, the next thing in Outschool, teaching the wrongs of racism is not divisive, it is imperative. Hi, Evelyn. I am reading the latest Outschool updates. Outschool co-founder and CEO, Amir is his first name. I'm not even going to try the last name or I'll butcher it. Has released this statement regarding recent enacted state legislation that bans public school educators from teaching the history of racism and other systemic discrimination in America. Part of my thing got cut off. So the statement is signed by fellow ed tech leaders in support of thousands of teachers and learners who have come together to protest these laws and fight the spread of discrimination. All right, so I know this is a controversial issue. I'm just simply reading what they say. So don't shoot the messenger if you don't agree with it. Okay, engage with Outschool community groups. Okay, so they just talk about the different Outschool groups. And find your next great read. Connect with your fellow educators by joining the Outschool book club. Ongoing discussions take place dedicated to one Facebook group with one live discussion each month. This month's read, The Happy Teacher Habits, live book discussion, July 28th. Is anyone going to join the book discussion? It sounds interesting. I just don't have time right now, especially in the summer. But let me know if you're going to join the Outschool book club. August picks, Teaching in Online Classrooms, Surviving and Thriving in the New Normal. I think those of us that also work with Vipkid and GOGOKID, we've known how to teach online for a while, but I think there are a lot of teachers that came to Outschool directly from brick and mortar that weren't teaching online before that. So this sounds like a really good book for them. Building relationships with fellow educators. Just because you teach remotely doesn't mean you're alone. Attend weekly community events for educators to connect your Outschool peers over topics like marketing their classes, creating engaging lessons, and more. I have to say, I'm so happy I have all of you and this community because I don't feel alone. Okay, stay in the know. Educator Hub highlights. Wondering when to start your fall teaching schedule? Your fellow educators are sharing their plans. Share this week's highs and lows with community. Let me know what you're planning to do in the fall. I actually don't know what I'm doing in the fall. Depends if I get this job or not that I'm about to tell you about. Okay, so they also, did anyone fill out the survey? Let me finish this and I'll talk about the survey. I did fill that out last night. So schedule and topic tips. This is a new email. This one was pretty short, but this is another email. Most popular class times. Ongoing classes are popular from 12 to 6 Pacific time. So that would be 3 to 9 in my time zone, Eastern, which I have found. I've told you guys many times. I find that if I schedule a class, a 3 or a 4 o'clock class, it does get a lot better bookings. I don't schedule much later than that, but I found this to be true just by my own trial and error. So what's in demand? Part of this got cut off. Coding and technology classes. If any of you can teach coding, hot topic. That's something I wish I knew. Yeah, Danny, so many on Pacific time. Yes, and the Outschool headquarters is in California, is in Pacific time. So that's why they always tell us everything in Pacific time. Okay, make personal connections to boost enrollments. I think us Vipkid teachers already know this, but I'll read it anyway. Outschool research continues to show that learners are more likely to enroll in a class after searching for a specific educator instead of searching for a topic. So they like you as the teacher as opposed to the topic of the class. So if you teach more than one subject, if they come to you, like me, if they come to my American Girl Tea Party, they might come to a book club as well. Building great relationships with learners can inspire them to continue to seek out your classes and help you grow your learner base. And then they have something you can click to give more ideas on how to fuel teaching by business, how to be more engaging. Looking for inspiration, your strengths and passions are the best foundation for the parent and learner community. They can help. Take a look at Awesome Class. Okay, so they had, you know, like the topics, the topic ideas for classes. Let me see what you guys are saying. Then I'll tell you about the job interview I have later today. Let's see. Oh, Deborah. Hi, Deborah. I was able to teach during ELSA. I'm in Central Florida in DeLand. Okay. Let's see. Lots of Florida here. Danny's in Louisiana. I'm in Virginia. Casey, yin yoga tomorrow. Okay. Evelyn's listening from her front porch swing. And Okay, Danny, I'd say 80% of my kids are on Pacific. I always ask where they live. I have quite a few. I don't know if I have 80% because I find them to be from everywhere. I wouldn't say 80%, but I definitely have a good amount. Casey's heading to an appointment. Bye, Casey. Evelyn, some of my Spanish students are going to take gardening with me. Awesome. That's awesome. So you're branching out. You're doing gardening now too. That is a great idea for a class. Great. Okay, so some of you know this if I've had time to talk to you privately, but I am applying to a private Christian school. If I got this job, I would be teaching geography to 9th grade. So it'd only be one class a day. It's a university style, which means they only meet 3 days a week. The other 2 days a week, they're supposed to be working with the parents. So it's kind of a good school, like if you want to homeschool, but you're like, I don't want to provide the curriculum or be the main teacher. I just want to be a support and a help. A lot of people call it partial homeschooling, although technically it's an accredited school too. So, here's how I found out about it. I saw a Facebook ad months ago and it sparked my interest enough where I sent the school like a private Facebook message. And then the person that wrote back to me is someone I know. She's like, hi, Kelly, this is so-and-so. I won't say her name. So that was, interesting. But then didn't really do much else about it aside from just seeing it and asking a question. I was like, nah, I got Outschool. Outschool's doing pretty well. It pays pretty well. I'm good. So then last week I was on vacation and I saw an ad again and like it sparked my interest. I don't know. I kind of felt like in a way it's like a sign, like you keep seeing it. Got interested, emailed this person because I do know her and asked a little more about the job. There's several different things that they had open, but very specifically they had a geography class. And I went to ask more questions. Yes, Lisa, it is in person. So that's one of the good things about it. I'm kind of ready to do something in person after us being at home, with the pandemic. And the past couple of years, it would be good to get out of the house. And since it is part-time, I still could do Outschool and Vipkid. And the way the schedule is, I would only have to get rid of one of my Outschool classes that would conflict with this. Thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie said good luck. 3 days a week in person. So, geography. I want to ask a little more. That could be different things depending how it's taught. So I went to ask some more questions. Is it just like memorizing the capitals, where countries are? Let's be honest, that's kind of boring. So she gave me the textbook and it's cultural geography, which if you don't know, cultural geography is specifically all about like the people that live places, the languages, the culture, which is stuff I love. I love learning about people and languages and culture. And since it's a Christian school, I looked through the textbook. It was all about like compare to the Tower of Babel and how God mixed up languages. I don't know. It looked really interesting. I was like, okay, I would love to teach this. Danny loves geography. Yes. This sounds like fun. This sounds like totally up my alley. I mean, I teach children in China. I teach children around the world at Outschool. I love learning about people's cultures and their places. And I love learning about languages. And I was like, oh, this would be fun. I could do this. I like this subject. So I'm really on the fence because you know how sometimes there's a clear like, oh yes, I really want this, or a clear, no, I don't want this at all. I'm really on the fence about this one, everybody, because there are advantages and disadvantages to it. The disadvantages is, I could probably make more on Outschool, but the other but is we don't know what's going to happen with Outschool, with everybody going back to school. So it could be nice plus the in-person, I kind of am ready to be in person, but without a huge commitment. It would just be like one class 3 days a week. It wouldn't even be like 5 days. It wouldn't even be 3 days a week, full day. So literally I could get out of the house, but I could still keep Outschool and Vipkid. I don't know. I'm going to see what they have to offer when I go for the interview today. First, she told me a super early time, but said she could be flexible. So if it was this super early time, it would conflict with my kids getting off to school and Vipkid. So I might not do it if they're not flexible with me. But she did tell me they would be flexible. So if they are willing to work with me on the time, I'll consider that a sign either way, whether they're willing to work with me or not. Because like I said, I'm not clear cut on whether I want this or not. Definitely advantages and disadvantages. Let me see what you guys are saying. Thank you for telling me about the hours. When it books better, I will share with a friend. Yes. Lisa, I would like an in-person job just a few days a week. I don't want to go back to teaching full-time. Online teaching spoiled me. Yes. See, that's definitely an advantage, Lisa, is that I could dip my foot into being full-time without the big commitment. And I just get out of the house a little bit, but I still have a super flexible schedule. That sounds like a class I'd like to take. Yes, it does. Like, the good thing, we can teach subjects we don't like. And I'm sure if you're a brick and mortar teacher and had like a grade, you're going to have to teach all subjects, even subjects you don't like, but it does make it better if you like it. Evelyn, I would love to work at a university style school when my kids are all school age. Thanks for the idea. Yes. The best part is, because when I was going through the pros and cons, one of my friends was like, don't let it conflict with your own kids. Like, it doesn't at all. I made sure it has the same spring break. They start after my kids' school. They end before my kids' school. So, and then if they are flexible with the time and let me have like late morning or midday hours, then it would work perfectly. It wouldn't conflict with my kids' schedule at all. And Evelyn, I hope you get the job and love it, Kelly. Sounds like a wonderful opportunity. Thank you. Deborah, it sounds like a good opportunity. Evelyn's praying for me. Thank you. It gives you more experience. Yes, Stephanie, that's actually on my pros list because I'm so unsure. I've been talking to a lot of friends, and one of my friends was like, look, this looks great on a resume. You could have your own classroom. So you guys, becoming a teacher wasn't my first career. You know, I came to Vipkid and I've been doing teaching. I actually love teaching, and I wonder if I should have done that from the beginning. But let's just say, you know how when you're a kid and you make a list of jobs that you want to do? Teaching was on the list, but it didn't end up being like first what I wanted to do. But I've always loved kids. So it sounds you should give it a try. It doesn't hurt to try for a semester. Yes. Make sure they are clear about hours you'll be expected to give outside the class. Yes. Yes. I need to find that out. They did tell me there were monthly meetings that you need to attend, and they told me they give you a stipend for the monthly meetings. So that's not like a pay, but just kind of, here's a little bit of money for your gas, you know. It can open other doors. That's true, Stephanie. That's true. Good point. The only thing I need to see is if, like, what time are these monthly meetings? Will I have to once a month not teach at Outschool, you know, or something like that? I need to find out all of this. And Danny, Danny sent me a long email. I quickly skimmed through it because I was getting ready for this, but she basically told me to, you know, not sell myself short. And don't worry, because I'm in a very different situation. I'm not desperate. Like, I'm not in a situation where I'm desperate. I need a job now. And I'm not even doing this job for the money. Like I said, I could make more money if I just decided to stick with Outschool. Potentially, we don't know. So because I'm not in a desperate situation, I'm not going to be like, oh yes, I'll take it no matter what. You know, I'm willing to say no if it doesn't work out or if it doesn't work with my personal schedule. I have no problem saying no because, like I said, I don't need it. It would be more for the experience and doing something different, getting out of the house. My husband's like, you need to meet people in the community. I love all my online friends. Glad all of you are my friends, but he feels like I need friends like here in my own community. Yeah, so thanks. Danny says, can't wait to hear what happens. The application is long. There's like, I think it was 5 or 6 questions, and they were not easy questions. That's in addition to like filling out all the other things you fill out, like job history and this and that. But they were questions that required like a lot of thought. They were questions like, if a student comes to you and asks to be sure if they're saved, what are you going to tell them? Use scripture. Like, whoa. Or like, what are your strengths and weaknesses in the classroom? They were like complicated questions, like 5 of them. So I'm working on that right now. So anyways, my interview's at 1:30 today. That is in 3.5 hours, 3 hours driving time. So I've got to finish this application that is long. But they gave me the choice of today or tomorrow, and I decided on today just because it would drive me crazy to wait another day, and the nervousness and the butterflies and all that would be a whole nother day that I didn't want. So I said, I'm just going to do it today. Anyways, thank you for those who are here. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you. And listening. And I will let you know what happens with this interview. Thank you for all of you who are praying for me and the encouragement. And I will see you next week. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Zai Jian.